want to call it.
All right, so which one are we doing? You said.
It's the solo Windgrace. That's the one that like can discard a land to
Oh,
draw, deal 2 damage, and
let me just pull him up. He's Jund, right?
Mhm.
Soul of Windgrace. Okay.
What
So
do you?
he's definitely all land matters.
Yeah, what do you want to name it though?
It's discard. Discard. No, dat land. No, discard the lands. Man, my names haven't been doing well.
Hmm.
You know what? That's the thing. It's like things have been coming out so quickly. I haven't had time to like refresh my brain on
Yeah,
like.
we're just so burnt out on everything. Like I almost want to stop doing the tier list because they come out too quick. Like
mm,
they don't really get well views anymore. I might just like 86 doing the tier list anymore for the time being. Like it's something I like personally enjoy doing, but like everything's coming out too quick. I'd rather just make decks. Like we could do things where we talk about other topics and stuff like that, and maybe do the occasional tier
You know,
list. But
we should just call it just not another land deck. It's like not another teen movie.
okay, so stuff that's really good with him is the living twister, like stuff that bounces lands. Mike killed us with the living twister, comboing with life from the loam and just bouncing lands with the living twister and discarding them with solo and grace was pretty good.
Seems really good with the Get Rog monster because
Yes.
you discard a land, get the draw a card.
Okay, so yeah, get Rog Monster.
We probably want all the land graveyard
We should
shenanigans.
just
Like,
play Windgrace, right?
yeah, why not?
It's just a good card. Okay, so I can get through the land shit because I could do that in a heartbeat. So Ancient Green Warden, Kodama. I think it's the east. Hey, and then we're gonna do Azusa.
Well,
How do you
this is well.
how do you
Wait, Tom, hold on. Uh, I don't think we want to play all the lands out of our hand. It's not like that type of land. We want lands in our hands to discard to use effects and have like a land graveyard shenanigans.
Well, I still think it's good to have like just extra land drop. Like you could kind of do a little bit of all of it because you're gonna get a lot of lands probably. Also, like cards that add all your lands back are pretty fine. Like I feel like this is a deck that like Splendid Reclamation gets really good.
Yeah, no, the 100%. I would do that, but I would rather discard them and then reanimate them than just putting
We
too many
definitely want
extra lands into play.
life from the loam. But I feel like it's still good to have some of the extra land falls because you're still a lands deck. Because I mean, what else are we gonna play then? Like what's our payoff? Just discarding lands to our commander?
I guess yeah. I think we could still have like landfall creatures
Okay.
because we'll still be able to play our lands and like life from the loam also is like 100%. We want to make sure we get that in there.
Yeah, I got that.
But yeah, definitely like Ancient Green Warren. Also, I was looking at the new Titania
Hmm.
with the new land that it came out with the meld card. It's actually pretty good even on its own. It's just uh because there are four more lands in your graveyard and you own the other land, which the other land kind of land mills or
Hmm.
makes two-twos. And then the other creature just run and you fuse it. You return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Is that the Titania?
Yeah. The Voice of Gaia and Argoth Sanctum of Nature.
Okay. Okay, so what's the 5-drop enchantment that makes 2/2 elementals?
Uh, uh, is it? I think it has Zendikar in its name, doesn't it?
I was looking for Zendikar, and I thought it was Zendikar's Royal, but it wasn't coming up. Oh, now it's fucking coming up.
There it is.
And then rampaging.
We could still play like Omnath and Scoot Swarm.
Oh, we definitely want Omnath. I got Scoot Swarm. Which one is it? I think it's Rage, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because I think it's the only one we can't. That one and the original one. Because I think the other ones they start adding blue and then they adds white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get to run Obnixilis.
Which one?
The Fallen. That's the target player loses 3 life and he puts 3 counters on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gets huge.
Oh, we get to play the the what's the Avenger of this color? We have the Avenger Zendikar, but then there's the is it Phylath?
I think so.
Yeah, the World Sculptor.
Are we gonna play the new Root Path Purifier?
Probably. All right, so we want Root Path Purifier. We want Uvenwald Hydra.
Oh, should we play like an Abundance?
Abundance sounds good.
Because if we want to hit lands, we just go land.
Okay, so we should play. What's the artifact that you can pay to and draw when you play a land?
Oh, Seer Sundial. I think it is.
Mhm.
Yep, there it be.
Play this and this.
Our big triple boy.
Uh, there's got to be random ones that add to hand, which is good.
What isn't there? Like we want to add a bunch of lands to hand. What's the Nissa's? What's it's like the Nissa's intervention? I think it is. It's the one that adds X lands to your hand. Is that what it's called?
That sounds right.
I think it's a sorcery.
Nylia's.
Nylia's, that's what it was, not Nissa.
What's the? I guess Nissa who shake them titties wouldn't be that good in here.
Yo, there's so many good cards in this color combo. It makes my head hurt. Yo, can we get a reprint of Urborg, please? Not bad, yeah.
Do we want? We should
We want
probably.
what?
Do we want like the rampaging or like what's the one that lets you play stuff from the graveyard? Well, there's Crucible, and then there's the new guy too. Well, what's the 3-drop called?
That lets you play from your graveyard.
Yeah, let you play lands from the graveyard.
Ramanep Excavator.
Okay. Also, is there any other ways to bounce lands in these colors?
Bounce.
Well, we could play the bounce lands.
Yeah.
Uh, oh my god, what are the ones in these colors? I don't know what the name of the bounce lands are. I never play them.
Gruul Turf,
What are the others?
Bulgari Rot Farm, and Rakdos Carnarium. I forgot that like they're all like named after the guilds that they're in.
Mm-hmm. Then we definitely want fetch lands, but we'll figure that out after. Uh, hmm.
That's an interesting card.
What?
Nahiri's Lithoforming. It's 2 red and X. Sacrifice X lands. For each land sacrificed this way, draw a card. You may play X additional lands this turn. Lands you control enter the battlefield. Tap this turn. So in theory, you could sacrifice like 5 lands, and if we have any like play from graveyard, we could just replay all of them.
Sure.
But like, it's basically like a draw X card, kind of. Oh, I forgot about this card. Terra Sunder. Ah!
Oh, we could
Ah.
play the red thing that deals damage when you have mountains. We could play the Dryad.
Oh, we could also play Morog,
Oh, you're
your
right.
boy. Furia Akoma.
What about the thing that goads everybody?
Oh, Multani. He's 2 mana. Return 2 lands you control to its owner's hand, and you return from your graveyard to your hand.
What about this?
That's actually pretty good. Yeah, let them all swing at each other.
And Multani, you said?
Oh no, here it is. Min and Din Wildborn. They return a land to your hand. Actually, I don't like that one because it's only if it's in their graveyard. So I'm actually not a big fan of that Multani
Why?
because it only returns if it's in your graveyard. So if he's not in the graveyard, you can't return lands. So he has to die. And
Yeah.
he's only as big as the lands in your graveyard, and we're kind of ripping them out. So
No,
just
isn't it also in play?
is it in play in graveyard?
No, just graveyard. No, each land you control and each
Oh,
land in
okay.
it. So it's fine. It's definitely fine. Because it's just gonna be a big idiot that they have to deal with, and when it dies, you get value out of it.
But Mina and Den Wildborn, they let you play additional land, and you get to return a land you control. The target creature gains trample at the end of the turn.
Also, we want Ren in 7.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
we can
Ren.
play Ren in 7 and Ren in 6.
Is 6 good enough though?
Just returning a land from a graveyard for a plus. Eh. I mean, it's the hand. It's the hand.
It is the hand, so that's really not. That's pretty cool. So every turn it's back into your hand, discard.
And 7 gets the hand too. Off the top.
Yeah. Tireless Provisioner. I kind of like.
Oh yeah, we need that in Lotus Cobra. And we should probably play the timeless what's the other one? The one that makes clues. Cause
It's not Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker. They're all the tireless. They're just searching.
What's the one that makes shit, I just lost it. I had it in my head and I lost it. What's the Planeswalker Nissa Vital Force, right? Hold on. Nissa Vital Force? Is that the one that when she emblems you get the Tetiova effect? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna play that. And its minus gets a land back.
You also, who I really like is Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. Makes all your creatures lands.
Oh yeah, we want that.
What about like a Seedborn Muse to untap everything to keep using effects?
Say it again.
I'm saying, what about
Seaborn Muse?
yeah, just to untap everything because that way we get to use our commander more.
Hmm. Hmm. What do I feel about Seaborn Muse? Hmm.
That's real good.
First off, let me read, because I just had a thought.
He has a thought. Bloody hell, mate.
Wait, so this works with lands?
I guess I think so.
Whenever
Yeah.
a non-artifact permanent comes into play under your control, you may return another permanent you control that shares a permanent type with it in its owner's hand. Into its owner's
Yeah.
hand.
Then you can.
That seems good. I guess. I don't know. Actually, it seems good. So what's the one you said again? Sorry.
Oh,
Seaborn Muse, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I think we could try that. That seems. I mean, it's never bad, right?
No.
Oh,
And
we want some draw. We're probably gonna play some of the generic draw as well, like Beast Whisperer, because this deck needs it more than most. Also, our commander's what power? He's a 5/4, and he's a cat avatar, so we could use Return of the Wild Speaker, Rishkars, and probably just those. I don't know. I mean, this is gonna make tokens, so we could throw Shamanic in for now, just because.
don't forget, we also get to run black cards and black shenanigans too.
What? Oh yeah, you're right. So we get like black market connection. We get Palace. We get Phyrexian Reclamation.
Wait.
Phyrexian.
We should put Sylvan Dryad, the land creature land, because with Reclamation we could put it back, keep putting it back into our hand because it's a creature
That's
with
cool.
like, and it's 1 mana, so we get discard a land and we gain 3 life. So we get discard it, gain 3 life, 2 life to put it back in our hand. If we have the Gitrog monster in play, we get to draw a card. We could do some silly loops with that.
Mm-hmm. We can play the Great Henge. Just cause. You seem good. I don't think we need black market connection.
No, no, I think green's really good at the drawing. It's the thing. This is like, is there any other good black cards that we want? Like, if we're making a lot of mana, like maybe it's is worth just running a what's it called? The Torrent to Hailfire is like an alternate way to win.
Oh, Torment and Finale, yeah. Is it of Hellfire? And then the Finale. And Creator of. And Tooth and Nail. And Eternal Witness. Valaged. Agadeems. Hacker Mauling. We definitely want the fetches, which is these
Oh,
colors.
Burnt Catacombs, Wood Foothills, and Bloodstained Mire.
And then we want Fabled.
Hello, hello, Dual Eclipse. Sorry if we didn't notice you were there. We're reading card effects.
What's up?
I also should be paying more attention to the stream.
Yes. Oop. The other half of that just went over there.
They are making Soul of Windgrace. And yeah, it's another landfall, land shenanigans deck because, lands
Definitely
are good.
different, though, because it's discarding from hand, so it's not like... Definitely feels different,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do Evolving and Terramorphic because we're playing the Rootbound thing. Which is what I've been debating doing in Tatiova, too.
Oh, yeah, because, yeah.
I did order the, that card. It went down to, like 16 or something.
Oh, really? Maybe I should pick that before it goes up.
You should definitely pick it up. The price is that and Mural, the one that's the Grand Abolisher, I would get both of those.
What's it called?
It's I'll find it. Root Path Purifier. You definitely want to get it 100%. If you get the extended art, it's actually cheaper. I just bought one for like $15, $14. And then Mural is like $16. Mural? What is it called? It's hold on. Spelled like that, I think. Hold on, I have it over here. It's it's Myral. Hold on. This thing.
Okay.
The better Grand Abolisher.
Thing is, I don't play a ton of white decks, so I might hold off on that one. But I definitely want the lands matter thing.
Yeah, the Root Path thing is nuts. Okay, so we also want the Boseiju Who Endures. Living Twisters are so fucking insane in this deck.
Are there any other black cards that we want to run? I feel like we always...
Do you want to run like Sylvan Library?
Nah.
I have Phyrexian Arena. Which is like just more fair.
He says, I got into Magic this week, so I'm definitely learning right now.
Cool.
You picked a time to get into it where there's so much stuff that comes out. You have so much to pick from and what to look at. And
yeah.
Have you kind of thought about what you want to play into, like what format? Because lots of different formats.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you want something more competitive, they definitely have those. But if you want more casual, I do recommend Commander for casual play because
100%.
You could build $50 budget decks.
Mm-hmm.
I built a $50 shrine deck that has a pretty high win percentage so far.
Mm-hmm. We've actually on our channel we have a lot of like dollar and under decks that we've built that we're pretty proud of. Like I play one of them, a Modi, and I know the commander's strong, but it is also a budget commander. This is, on the other hand, is not a budget
commander. No, it's not.
Okay, so all right. What about Sylvan Safekeeper, the thing that can sack a land and give something Shroud?
I kind of like that.
So let's get the ramp out of the way.
So yeah, definitely want land-based ramp.
Yeah, so rampant growth.
Her boys. Oh,
Sakura Tribe Elder. Kodama. Oh, no. Not Scout. That happens like every time.
Oh, complete side note. Uh, the new songs from the Sonic Frontier game slaps harder
Oh yeah,
than any business they
I
have to
saw
be.
one of the bosses and there was like death metal music playing.
So almost every boss, it has almost all the songs with singing
Mm-hmm.
feature Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens,
Mm-hmm.
like all of them, and I'm like, what? I'm jamming this out like just on the regs.
Mm-hmm.
When I was talking to Graham, I was like, yo, this song slaps harder than your mom did.
Dude, Harrow gets so insane with the root path purifier.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
Okay, so removal. We also want heroic intervention. Heroic intervention. What do you think about? Should we just throw in Guardian Project too? We could just throw that.
How many creatures do we have so far?
Probably a lot, and we're probably gonna add more. I'm just throwing in the regular stuff. Oh, and we want. Do we want to do Decanter or Thought Vessel?
3 colors, I like Decanter.
Okay.
If we're 2 colors, I'm like Thought Vessel because it's a little bit cost a little bit less, like mana wise. But when we're sitting hitting 3 colors, like you just really want to hit those colors, man. I don't want to have to run too many artifacts to fix that either.
I think this went down in price. Yep. Fucking great card too. Derek, pick this up right now if you don't have one. Well, it's $5. This is not a $5 card.
I have one.
Oh, you have one? Okay. It's fucking insane in Tatiova. Okay, so I got the Cancer. I got all that stuff. Is there any other land-related shit that we want to play before we get into the instants and sorceries?
Um,
I got Field.
no.
We're probably just going to play a lot of basics. I want to abuse that Root Pound Purifier. We're probably going to play like 42 lands, 40-something lands.
Well, if we're running the Root Pound, then we don't need basics. That's the whole point.
Well, but you still want basics, Derek?
Well, you still want them, but like,
Yeah, because then otherwise they have nothing to do to run their own. You still gotta run them, but
Dakmore Salvage.
Dakmore Salvage?
You get the Dredgeland.
You think?
Yeah,
you can discard it. Yeah.
And we just get it back.
You're just heckin' smart, aren't you?
Look at me. See, your brain are like this. My brain are like this.
Oh, wait, Derek. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If there was some weird way to make mana when you discard, we almost have a combo because Gitrog monsters in the deck, right? You discard a land, Dakmore Salvage. You draw a card, you dredge Dakmore Salvage. You see where I'm going here? You discard a card which triggers the Gitrog monster.
So what you would I think what you'd have to do is you'd have to run Ashnod. That's when, or is it Ashnod? It's whenever a creature leaves your, or is it a card leaves your graveyard, you make a 2/2 zombie.
What's the wait, no, hold on. Wait a minute. I just thought about something. What does this say?
Oh, Bone Miser?
Am I thinking of the right card?
It's the waste not only for you. When you discard a land card, you get 2 black.
Is that worth it to just play? I don't know. I don't think so. I'll add it to the maybe board though. But what were you saying?
When you
What about the Badger?
Sir, I was gonna say what's his face? I just remembered because we're discarding lands. Surly Badgesaur, we discard a land, we make a treasure. Oh, you're thinking them too.
Should we play this though? You think it's good enough?
So we discard,
because we're never using the other effects, but this is the good one. It just makes the mana back. That turns it into pay 1, discard, draw.
I think that is the actual infinite with Gitrog and
no, it's
Windgrace.
No, it's not an infinite.
Why not?
Because Because you need 2 per activation for the discard a land.
No, it's only one.
No,
One
no.
green.
Second one. Oh, because you could just gain 3 left. No. You need to draw. Oh, no. Because the Gitrog draws.
Yeah, if you have Gitrog, we draw that way.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, you draw 2. I see your dick.
Mm.
You silly fuckboy.
So that will dredge out our whole graveyard, and we gotta figure out what we do with that.
Oh, fucking no. Like, I don't know. Rise of the Dark Realms?
Well, how does the Gitrog monster win when you...
Okay. There's a
It's
25 page. There's like a 25 page document on how to do the infinite with Gitrog monster. Also, another thing that it does. Oh, crop rotation. We should play that. I just had a fart.
Cock rotation.
But yeah, there's like a fucking legal document level amount of like when I learned the combo, it's so fucking convoluted, and it plays Kozilek to not deck themselves. The one that draws 4.
So what you're saying is we should run Kozilek.
Do you think we should play Kozilek? I don't think we can win from there though. That's the thing. We would need another loop with Kozilek and the Gitrog monster is with Gaia's Cradle. You need a Gaia's Cradle. Oh, we could play Nykthos. But that doesn't work.
Also, side note, I saw a really funny card I never really thought about. It's a card called Aurus. Well, it's called Arcanum Wings, and it has Aura swap for 3 minutes, 3 mana while it's in your hand. Exchange this Aura with the Aura card in your hand. So it's 2 mana to enchant, and I'm just like, wait, couldn't you just like Eldrazi Conscription for like 3 mana?
That sounds pretty good.
Or like Colossalification or something that makes it like plus 10 or plus 20, plus 20.
Did you see people trying out the new giant 7/5 or 9/5 or whatever it is? The thing that you could pay for 3 and it's a 3/3. It's the
worm.
I think it's a worm. They're playing it in the die deck with evoke creatures.
Yeah.
Because
I've seen that get some play. Also saw that Urza's like $30, the meld one.
So do you want me to throw Kozilek in here?
Nah.
So another combo that I used to play too to make infinite green, is you could use crop rotation, right? So you sack your Gaia's Cradle for crop rotation, discard Kozilek, shuffle that stuff back into your deck with Dakmor Salvage, and then tutor the Gaia's Cradle off the crop rotation that's resolving, because it's as a cost.
Also, Tom, thinking about otherwise, we also already have a combo with Kodama and the bounce lands.
I think Surly Badgersaur is good enough just to make it cost less. I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
We don't have to run that if we really don't care.
Let's just... Okay, so... removal. Ash Trophy. Let's see if it comes up like that.
Ash Trophy, it does.
Great. Bedevil.
You know what one I also really like, I've learned like a lot, is Windgrace's Judgment.
Oh,
it's basically destroy a permanent for each player.
Yep. And it's an instant. Baleful Mastery? Or do we want a modal one? Is there no more good green-black ones that pop permanents?
There's Terror Sunder, which is the exile non-land permanent if you kick it.
I like that.
It's either artifact or enchantment, or you kick it, and it is an instant.
No, the card's great. And then there's...
we still have Terminate.
Hold on.
Or, Tom, if you really want to, we could play...
Search your library for a basic land or tutor?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. Oh, another one I've really liked is Decimate is kind of cool in these colors. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, target land. But it does. But the thing about it, that you do have to have a target for each. It doesn't say up to. Casualties of War is a nice big hits a whole bunch of stuff. I've learned to really like that card
Inger's
as
would
being like
definitely.
not really a board wipe. It just hits a lot of like stuff. It's artifact, creature, enchantment, land, and planeswalker. It's expensive mana wise, but like we're a ramp deck.
Mm. Baleful, heroic intervention. Deflecting swat? What do you think?
That's that's nice protection.
Baleful Mastery? Oh, Beast Within. What are we doing? The fuck is wrong with us?
Oh, I thought you put it in there.
Song of the Dryads?
It's a good one, yeah.
I think that's nuts. I think it's the best one printed because it's any permanent.
Mm-hmm.
The only
We
thing
don't
that
get,
makes and it's a colorless. Well, it's a forest, so it makes green. But
yeah, but like, who cares?
mm-hmm,
We still play Path of Exile because we know it's good.
mm-hmm. So, is there anything else we could play that puts lands in hand?
There are. I think there's a bunch of things that like tutor lands in the hand. Let me check. I know there's a lot of ETB creatures that puts.
Isn't there the Nissa, the flip Nissa that does it, and she like does it every turn?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, thanks for following us, man. We appreciate it. What do you guys think is the best way to get to know card effects? Oh, okay. Well, I would say watch content. Uh, we can suggest some channel. I mean, there's some channels that I like to watch. I like the Commander's Quarters is pretty good. The Command Zone's pretty good.
I like
I like
CGB.
CG. I was just gonna say yeah. Which say it out.
Covert Go Blue.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Covert Go Blue is a Twitch streamer, and there's what's the beard guy? The big beard guy, the with Channel Fireball that isn't Channel
Oh,
Fireball anymore.
I don't really watch them.
Uh, but yeah, there's the Channel Fireball content, and Star City Games has a circuit too, a Commander circuit that they
So,
do. Uh,
so here's the thing: instead of just start looking up like every card in existence, kind of figure out like where you want to fall into meta. So like, watch some different content of all different types, like, and see what kind of hits you the most. Like, watch like you said, Commander Quarters. Like, oh, do I like Commander? Like, watch like CGB. He'll do a lot of like he does a lot of standard play. If you want to look up some modern tournaments and you want to go broke, you could go that way. But so find the format that like that you want to try getting into, and then just start looking around, looking at like what other people are playing. There's a lot of people like I think I forgot what they're called. What's the people that make the super budget builds for Commander? With the little piggy, they have like a little pig as like their symbol.
Commander's
I for,
Quarters.
was Commander's Quarters? Is
Yeah,
that
Commander
okay?
Quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Commander
So
Quarters. I mean,
so
we do budget decks too, and our links are below.
mm,
We do some really good budget decks like him. We do the dollar challenges like he does, which sometimes he even goes more hardcore and he does the 10-cent challenge, which is like fucking insane. Where he made an entire deck like $10 or something.
yeah, so like getting to know card effects, it mostly just comes from playing, watching. I definitely would recommend if, especially if you're getting to like a Commander format, start with some of the precons. They're actually pretty good. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
built really well.
Especially
They
recently.
function really well, especially recently. Yeah,
Yeah. If you
and
can get your hand on the Warhammer Commander decks, they all play amazing and all have potential to like play, so well.
so that, like it's a good place to start. Is like you get a starting deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
A precon means pre-constructed. So they're pre-made decks that are fully functional, are out of the box, ready to play. Um, and so like you so like you start off with like again it's simple it uses a lot of like more budget options because they don't want to make the deck super expensive. They work around an archetype that like the deck wants to do. and then over time you could like start looking into like, okay, what other effects like this happen? Like what does, like, if you're saying you're running like an artifact deck, well, what are good artifacts? And like what do you see playing? What like what is your strategy? Because in every strategy there are like sub strategies. Like, okay, artifacts can go anywhere from stacks to creature based to colorless to multicolored
Mhm.
artifacts. So it gets really complicated and there's a lot to get into. And I think instead of like trying to just jump into all of it all at
Mhm.
once, you start with something like this, like these are the pre-con decks.
Yeah.
And so they're built around a certain strategy already with a few little like side strategies, but the main strategy is they do this thing, and the cards all help. The cards are all built around making it better.
Mhm.
And if you ever want to make the deck better, then you could look at like, okay, what do these cards do? Is there cards that do that except cheaper, maybe a little bit better?
And
Instead of
we
like,
we use EDH for that, which is the
uh,
definitely the best site for commander
Tom,
related
you
things.
don't use dark mode. You hurt me. You hurt me so much.
What? I use dark
There's a
mode.
it's like bright white. And what are you talking about?
You mean around here? No, dark mode's
Yeah.
definitely on. Look. No, I have it blue.
No, I
I have
mean
it
on
color.
EDH Rec
Oh,
itself has a
I
dark
don't have
mode.
an account on
Neither do I. I think it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, save your eyes.
But yeah,
Save my
so
eyes.
they even have like a top commander section, which we've gone over this. We actually did there's a tier list on our channel of us talking about the most played commanders. Oh dude, look who jumped up. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Not surprised, dude. He's a lot of
Yep.
fun to play. We talked about him a lot. And
Hmm.
definitely elves. Like Lothar is so much more fun to play than most of the other elf decks. But
Oh, so another quick thing, right? Yeah, light mode lose. Yeah. Uh, so another thing, if you don't have to get into commander if that's not what you want to do. Like that's why I also mentioned like CGB, like or some of the other people like when they do like more competitive 1v1 formats, but they'll go over like in the beginning like the deck build and what it's trying to do and what does this and
mm,
different sets and different formats have their cards that are allowed to be played in it. So
mm.
like if you're playing what like something like standard, you can't
Star
play
City
commander
Games
cards.
has all of that. They have standard content, modern, commander. Like Star City Games has all of that. But yeah, like Derek was saying, it's best not to focus on every effect in the game. Just take it one step at a time as you play and only like pick up on the relevant things that are happening while you're playing. Because if you just try to absorb all the 40,000 card information of a 30-year-old game, you're just going to explode. You just want to take it one at a time, and then the more you play, the more it's going to become easier. You're like, oh, Menace takes, you have to block with two creatures, or Lifelink, they gain life when the creature deals damage. Like, it'll just come as it, you should just take things as they come up. And Commander's really good at that because you get to play with four players, so you see a ton of new stuff.
And you get to play with certain effects and abilities that you wouldn't normally see.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, the best way to do it is to not overload yourself. Definitely start watching some content. Oh, MTG Mudsta is a huge one for me too. I love MTG Mudsta. I watch all of his stuff. He also used to come play with us. Like we have some videos of us being on that channel too. Uh, but yeah.
Also, you could pick up yeah, but I was just gonna say if you start in arena, they give you like a really quick crash course when you start playing. I was literally just about
Mm-hmm,
to say that.
mm-hmm,
Arena is fun. Just be careful with like buying stuff on there because I think they did fix it recently, but it became more expensive to try and build a deck on Arena than in Paper Magic because you had to a lot of times had to build stuff with wild cards, and you only get wild cards from building X many packs. And like us in like our formats, like we get Paper Magic, we get to buy singles and buy what we need to.
mm-hmm,
In Arena, that's not an option. You're stuck with hopefully random chance giving you what you need.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, Arena is a little bit fun. I play a little bit Arena. Standard's not my favorite format. I like big constructive formats where I have a lot of card options and I get to have a lot of
Yeah,
fun working with
yeah,
cards.
to explain the differences between the formats, Commander is a format that rotates out, so you're not going to be playing with the same cards. When they rotate out, I think it's like November or October, somewhere around that time. But that's why we like Commander because it has every card available. It actually has the least amount of cards banned out of any format. because we play with 100 card decks and it's all singleton. A lot of cards are more fair because you just see them less.
Until someone plays a Winter Orb, you're like, ah, that's BS.
Hmm. But yeah, so EDH Rex is a good way, is a good place to look for stuff for Commander content,
Um,
and then definitely YouTube. Watching YouTube stuff, like I said, the Command Zone, Commander's Quarters, MTG Mudsta, all really good stuff. What do you think about this Nissa?
Oh, I was looking at this one. I kind of like this one. It doesn't do much with land wise. I mean, it does get the bring back creature though.
Do you think it's
Um,
good enough or no?
uh,
I'm not like huge into it, to be completely
no,
honest.
because like its effects don't really matter too much for us,
Hmm.
honestly. But yeah, have fun, explore around, see what's like find what's like most interesting to you, and what like if you want to get into like the super competitive like decks, like then go for it. Go for like standard, legacy,
Hmm.
or modern. Comes with a price tag attached to it. Like, especially, it's a bit of a hefty one, but that could be true of any format.
Hmm.
But there's ways around it. Competitive formats tend to not be as lenient with budget because with certain sets have made it so optimized. Anything that's not like some of the best cards that you could play in the format just gets steamrolled. Like you used to be able to build fun budget decks and go to tournaments and do pretty well in place, but like it's so hard
Yeah, we
now.
used to play. Modern was like our first real format that we got into, and we do not play it anymore. Commander's the biggest format uh, that Wizards has right now because a lot of the other formats are kind of dead, and they have a lot of formats. So, and the way that the formats are dictated are you're allowed to play from a certain set above. So, like Modern's from 8th edition and above, and Pioneers like Return of Ravnica and above, and then Standard is only the stuff that's new. And Legacy is everything with a ban list, and Commander is everything with the lowest ban list. So
Mhm.
that's most of the formats. And then there's formats on Arena that we don't really need to cover.
Yeah, because they're meant for arena play.
Hmm.
They're not really as popular in paper magic.
But all right, so let's get back into this.
Right.
Uh,
So we were on removal.
yeah, I think we're pretty good though on that. I think we're good.
Was there are we still trying to fill out lands or
Yeah, now we got to fill out lands. So it's probably just gonna be basics, right? We probably have like a huge majority of green. Also, we have to
yeah.
debate if we want to play all of these. We probably don't need all of them.
Because our commander, if we so want to, can be like our looter.
Oh my god, the deck size is already 108. This is gonna be a nightmare. Oh my god, we gotta add 20 lands. This is gonna be so many cards to cut. Oh my god. All right, so let's look at the colors.
It's a
We
lot of
we're
green.
pro- we're probably just cutting all these because we could just draw off of the.
And like yeah. And I don't think our stuff's like necessarily going to get too big or like too wide.
Do you think? What do you think about this?
We could cut that one. That was just a cute card that I found. I thought was interesting.
Where's the return? Hold on. Okay, we definitely have too much removal too. But we'll cover that in a second. Uh, okay, so we also have 3 MDFCs. Unless you want to play any others, is there any others you want to play?
No, I think that's fine. I don't think we need like I don't think was it wire. I don't think we need wirewood. Maybe the only one I would other play is the draw discard one.
You mean the draw? Put them on the bottom and draw.
Yeah, yeah, that one. That was the thing. The only other one I would probably want to run. Valakut Awakening.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now we gotta add lands. So let's look at the color. Yeah, it's looking a lot of green.
It's actually more green black than green red. Wow, go figure.
Yeah. Yeah. So large amount of forests.
Well,
Wait,
do I get?
first, is there any other lands we want to play?
Did we get Overgrown Tomb?
Oh, right. We could play those.
We can still play those because
Wait,
those are still
do we?
fetchable.
Yeah. What's the Triumph?
Oh, Ziatora's Proving Ground.
Overgrown Tomb, and then it's
Stomping Ground and
yeah.
Blood Crypt. All right, enjoy your dinner, my dude.
Yeah, have a good one.
Or dudette. But dude's pretty neutral. I use dude as a neutral term. I even call the ladies dudes. So whatever you are, you dude. Don't forget Command Tower.
I got it.
Okay, because we almost forgot. Reliquary Tower.
I got that.
Look at you. You're on top of stuff, Tom. I'm proud of you.
I got it.
Maybe we really should just run basics because you know like the battle bond lands are cool and all, but like I want tutorable sources. Maybe we could go up on like maybe like one or two or so. Um,
What are we at? 40. That's. But there's a Dryad Arbor, so we can cut one. Okay, it's good. Okay, so what are we at? 18 cards to cut.
well, you have fun, Tom. I'm gonna go take a nap.
We could cut this, right? Because we're green. You think?
Yeah, yeah.
And then hold on. The Nissa, the one Nissa that emblems and yeah, we don't need that one. These seem good though. Actually, puts them in the battlefield and just discards to draw. I don't think we need this, right? Our commander's doing the discarding, right?
It does also put them into the doesn't put them back into your hand. So okay, we could cut him.
Yeah, we have plenty of ways to put things back into play. Out of casualties and decimate, which one do you want to cut for removal?
Decimate.
Okay.
Casualties targeted. Decimate is mandatory. So if there's no enchantments in play, like you might have to target your own. That's the one downside with it. Casualties gives you much more controlled, and it also hits planeswalkers, which kind of matters. Walkers have been getting more and more relevant.
Okay, so let's see everything we got. Dig Up seems good. Dig Up's just a tutor. We're definitely so we're at 40. Wait, hold on. We're way over because we have 3 MDFCs. Do we just cut Command Tower? What do
I
you think?
guess.
Or one of the bounce lands?
Yeah, let's get rid of the red black one.
Yeah, because that's the one we need the least, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to play Valakut.
True. Yeah, we don't.
I'd rather just have a basic.
I think that's mostly going to just be a land.
Honestly, I don't even think we need Agadeems. I think we should just play Balliad.
Okay.
And then just add one more land in.
Like another forest.
Yeah. Okay.
Or wait, no, minus a forest. Let's just go Undergrowth Stadium. We'll throw that one in there.
No, I'd rather have a tutor. What's the one that can enter tapped?
Oh, I think it's red.
I
think it's red green.
No. There's new ones. There's the snow covered ones, and there's the ones that just came out.
Oh, right.
We could just play that for the extra target.
Haunted Mire. Swamp Forest enters battlefield tapped. It looks cool with the little purple flames.
There's a snow covered one, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want too many tap lands though. That makes me sad.
Okay, so that's 39 plus the Dryad, and I don't think we played any creature MDFCs. Oh, we have a Hagar Mauling. We can just cut that, right? You want to just cut that?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Hagar Mauling's okay.
And then we'll just add. Oh no, that's fine then. because it's with the Dryad Arbor, which is up here.
Mm. Oh,
So,
right, right.
so that's 40, which is fine. Okay, so that cut down on a lot. That put us down to 111. That cut 7 cards. All right, so do we want all of these? I kind of like the idea of Cloudstone Curio, where like we get to play a land and then choose to like play another one. You know.
We can
Also,
also.
I want to add to the maybe board because we didn't end up playing any of them, which is Exploration, Oracle. We have Mina and Den, right?
I think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
If
And
you so
then
added him.
Azusa. And then what's the Wayward Sawtooth, right?
Yeah.
Because we could still end up playing. Like it's just a thought, but I don't know how much you actually need them in this kind of list where like you're discarding and I don't know. They're probably still good. We probably could try to make spots for the extra land stuff, but it's fine for now. And I'm throwing this in there too. Okay, so we're good on the lands. Do you like this?
Um, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, getting to bounce land seems kind of good, but I mean, it's only when you
But like,
play them. But it works with fetches. You could like, I don't know, do funny shit with that. I don't know. What do you think? Good or bad?
I mean, it's good for landfall, but like,
How many extra land creatures are we even playing?
I
Two?
don't know, I think actually I'm okay with cutting Cloudstone. I think it's cute, but I don't know if I don't see a world outside of like having some shenanigans with Kodama that's really gonna matter.
But it's just you play a land, you bounce a land you already control, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to discard and then just replay it with something.
The thing is, we have a land in our hand to discard anyway. Why bounce the land that back to our hand? It just seems like an unneeded. I guess this is for like ETB triggers. Like you actually get to play the land
Mm-hmm.
and then discard another land. But
Sure. Okay, so this all seems fine then. Ancient Green Warden's nuts. Ashaya is not as good in this. Maybe because our commander doesn't actually play with landfall.
we have a lot of landfall like in the main board,
We do.
and we have 31 creatures. That's 31 extra lands.
It's true. Someone's Safekeeper can go. We don't like 100% need that.
Did we get the other side of Titania? By the way,
Yeah, the land
the land.
is.
Okay. Okay.
We could probably cut more removals. So we also have. Okay, so we got Casualties of War, Ingaruk's Wake.
Wait,
And then we have one, two,
that's two.
three.
That's four in total.
We don't need deflecting. So hold on. Another thought for the maybe board. These are all pretty good. Okay, I like the rest of those. Do you think we even need this?
I guess not. I thought it'd be cute though, because like we could mitigate like the life loss really easily.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's not as important.
Yeah, like we're just gonna draw better with green. Do you still like Seaborn Muse?
Yeah, just because the activated abilities of our commander, like we want to be able to activate them and untap and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same logic when we're playing Kenrith. You just
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to keep using it.
I think Farseek is a ramp that we cut. Or I mean, I guess it's
You
fine.
know what's funny thing about Farseek is actually might be a good cut because it doesn't search for a basic.
It also doesn't get a forest.
And because it can't fetch a basic, it makes the land tutor card not good. Did it come out? I thought I still saw it up there. But it makes
So this,
the root path thing.
maybe we cut one more thing of removal. Out of casualties, remember, this is just a tutor, so don't look at it as. But it's
Yeah.
also good with the root path. So it ends up being
Mm.
either Sylvan Scrying for one with the root path thing, or, it's pretty good. I like all these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a board wipe.
Maybe Bedevil because it hits the least amount of things.
Hmm.
Because it's what? It's creature, artifact, and planeswalker. Like every other
But
removal card we have
right,
hits
but
like
we don't
non-land
want
permanents.
everything being so high costed that it's hard to cash, Because we
With
got
the bazillion,
4,
you,
5.
you mean with like 9 million ramp cards and like 3 mana doublers and a Nykthos land? We're gonna have trouble with mana.
I think 6 sources of removal is fine in a board wipe. That's what I do in Tetiova, so. But they're counter spells. Nali's Intervention seems really good.
Yeah, because that puts them all into the hand.
Splendid Reclamation seems really good.
Tooth and Nail just wins the game.
This wins the game. Finale wins the game, and it's also a tutor. Life from the Loam seems extra good in this deck. These two, I actually really like them. This goes to hand, these go to hand. And then it also does other things. Puts them into play, makes a big token. And then the other one, return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. So the emblem is relevant too.
Mm-hmm.
I put Nykthos in too because we're mostly green, so that makes sense. We also have Song of the Dryads. That's right.
And that's it just turns off permanents.
So you want to cut this then?
I just think it hits the least amount of things.
No, I agree. I like Song better, even though it's sorcery speed. Abundance seems really good.
Yeah, because like if we really need, like if we have a lot of good stuff in our hand, we just want to see some lands.
It also can go infinite with our commander for the amount of mana that we pay.
And also with it in play, we can't lose to decking ourselves out.
Uh-huh. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. Uvenwald still seems good, even though we don't have like a ton of relevant land. I guess this. I guess that.
Feel the Dead. Well, actually, they could. Getting a bounce land if we have like Kodama combo, Kodamo combo, Kodam combo. This guy would have fused that. Kamdango. I don't know. Shut up. Kodama's stupid.
Okay, what else? We need 5 more cards? Fuck, kill me.
Side note, Tom, I'm super excited to get the Slay the Spire board game.
The what? Oh, yes.
I keep thinking about it because it's like I think they're gonna start setting up in December like the shipping stuff.
I think it's gonna do really good.
I mean,
Do we want Glacial Chasm in this deck or no?
Do we have a? Yeah, it's not a terrible idea, honestly.
We can mitigate the life, right?
With our commander.
Yeah, he has a gain.
And then we also have a bazillion ways to replay it.
I'm just trying to think of other relevant lands because we don't have like a ton. What will we cut for it? A basic?
I guess. The Seiju is also a nice removal land.
Oh, right. I forgot we had that too.
Oh, what's that?
I guess one of the snow-covered forests. So that put us at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 basics. That's fine. What about cutting one of these?
One of what?
One of these.
I like the artwork on 3 visits more. So we cut Nature's Lore. Or vice versa. You know
Here,
what? 3 visits is more expensive. We'll cut that one. We'll keep it budgeted.
I just feel like that's just the worst one with the root bound thing. And like we don't need like an ass ton of ramp really. Like the only things that care are like the tooth and nail in that, like, and we're gonna ramp fine. Oh, what's up? You're back from Spaghetti Wonderland. That sounds fantastic.
Where is this spaghetti wonderland and how do I get there?
Sounds like Elf.
Please give me address. I'm
Sounds like
kidding.
Elf. Okay, 4 more cards. We're still on this because we took that little segment talking to you. So, uh, what else seems bad?
I actually still think the Multani is just okay.
Even though it returns lands, you think it's just okay?
It has to be dead. And if it doesn't die and people don't care about it, I mean, I guess it could also be huge and like it has to be dealt with.
Oh,
Mix is,
that also makes people lose 3 life too, though.
yeah,
Which is
and then
pretty.
he
That's
gets
pretty
big.
good. That's 6 damage of fetch land that you play from the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
If we, it's also if we have Kodama combo, he kills with it too.
Yeah, he kills. Yeah, he's a payoff. Please dox yourself. That's funny. We could just cut this, right? The goading, you think?
Yeah, I guess won't be as relevant
Yeah.
as we slowly turn this into a mono green deck.
Listen, Derek, it's the right way, okay? I don't want to hear it.
No, this is the way.
Like, these are the only two, like, these are the only cards I would play in Tatiova if I could. This is the way.
No, this is the way. Follow me, I know the way.
I mean, I guess. Down to 28 creatures.
Tracker still, I still like Tracker.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Zendikar Royal is one of those things that goes infinite with Kodama and a bounce land.
Mm-hmm. Also, making 2/2s is fine. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. It also can just win with tooth and nail. You know, the traditional, the classic, the bloody classic.
How many more do we have to cut?
Does this sound stupid to cut Crucible Worlds because we are also playing Life of the Loam?
You just want I think you just want multiple because you really want to see them and you just want redundancy in it. So
even though we have 4 of them,
yeah.
Would we rather try that new creature, the one that's 5 mana and it's a creature?
Right. We had another one of those. We could do that. Yeah.
What's its name?
I don't even remember. I do know which one you're talking about.
I forget what its name is.
It was that new one, right?
Yeah. I think it was from the Brothers War. It's a colorless card. There it is. Perennial Behemoth.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Let's look at this. Let's see if it's...
Just Crucible so, like, I saw that it's like a 6-drop.
What do you think?
I guess it's only 5. It's not bad.
The cool thing is we're playing 2 things that mill, you know? So, like, having the ability to unearth to play things for a turn is, like...
We also have a Phyrexian Reclamation, which
also,
can get it back.
I think it's just nice to have a creature over, you know, paying a little more to have a 2/7 creature that plays with the deck over, like, a Crucible. My one huge problem with Crucible all the time when I play Tatiova, This deck doesn't have that problem because it's black. But for a Simic deck, there's no way to tutor it, and returning it, you have to use the green. But like there's not like an easy land way to do it like there is for creatures. But like it's the hardest one to tutor for in Simic. But in these colors, it doesn't matter because when you're black, you're like, I just get everything. So.
But yeah, and also, like I said, we have a lot like with other creature synergies. Yeah, it's probably a good call to go that way.
Okay, so we're at 102. Only need to cut 2. We're not going to be as heavy on the landfall in this deck. It's going to be a lot more fair because we're not playing like a ton of the extra landfall stuff. Like the only things that give extra lands are the tutors.
Yeah, like the ramps. The ramps.
Mm-hmm.
And we have one extra land play thingy.
2. We have 2. Because
That's it.
I put
right.
Dryad in because it's just good for
Right.
as well. Yeah.
Kodama could also be an extra land play per turn.
Hold on. Also, I want to put Valakut as an honorary mention. Wait, what is the land called, Derek? You know the one I'm thinking of?
Oh, the Molten Pinnacle.
There we go. As an honorary mention, because you could definitely make that work in these colors. What'd you say though? What could be an honorary mention? What'd you say?
No, I was just saying that card.
Oh yeah. Okay, so looking at the sorceries. All right, let's just go through it one at a time. Starting from the top. These are staying. Great Henge is too good. We have a 5/4 commander. It's very good with it. The life gain and the draw. We're still playing close to 30 creatures. It's worth to play it. Busted as shit. Not as insane. Like, we're still playing a decent amount. Let's look at the amount of landfall.
Oh, wait. She makes landfall gross because not all your creatures are lands.
Hold on. No, I understand that. Also, return a tap land you control to your hand. Return a land you control to your hand. I like to play Crater Hoof 5 times. Yeah, she's probably still fine. It also makes you Crater Hoof proof. I mean, Cyclonic Rift proof. Too good. We need this. Also, you can loop this with Phyrexian Arena. Infinite combo and fucking broken as shit. Living Twister's insane with our commander. Broken. Really good. Can be a second win con. Need this to combo off. Like, do we really need this? Like, what are we really getting? Field of the Dead?
We're not going for silly, and we also have just straight land tutors in our deck. So maybe it is Root Path. Like maybe it's a deck we have to build around it more instead of just including her.
I think she's cute, but like, and the Farseek or the 3 visits was still, those were still the worst ones, unless you want to put them back in.
Did you want to still keep like the Evolving Wilds stuff?
We can cut one of them. We'll cut the Terramorphic. Wait, which one of them has a better art right now? The Evolving's got the dot, and then where's the Terramorphic?
It's the old one, the old border. Oh, well, you know me, I'm not a fan of old border, so that's my vote. But too late. Oh well. I'm gonna cry. Look at these tears.
We're putting a basic back in, which is
forest or snow covered forest. Maybe with that gone, Dig Up doesn't seem as good now.
No, Dig Up is still. Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, it's still a tutor, right?
Yeah, but
it could put a land in hand, or it's just a 4-mana tutor with the best card in my deck.
But we have 2 mana tutors.
Do you just want to play Demonic Tutor then?
I'd rather just not play them. We'll have more fun that way.
But you don't like the concept of putting a land in hand too for the commander?
I guess that's okay. But I think if we're tutoring to add to a land to our hand, and that's the best thing we got going for the turn, that doesn't seem like we got a great turn going on.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like there has to be better things that add things to hand that aren't just like one time that like we just didn't think about. All right, it's done.
Cool.
Now we can play test it.